Hi, I'm Roger UC, and today we're gonna have a little ride and discuss time about stuff. I'm on Marty's Deadly A2, and I'm rolling in the remnants of Hurricane Hilary. Yeah, I guess I should have brought some sort of eye protection. There's a lot of water standing in places out here, so yeah, it's been raining pretty good the whole time. There's lots of flooded areas on the sidewalk. Let's see what we can see from here. Yeah, there's definitely water places. I don't know how mobile I will be in this place, this what's it called, golf course, because ooh, there's a nice river running down here, but they close stuff like when the golfers can't come through. Okay, but anyway, I digress. Mostly what I'm here to talk about is surprising. It has nothing to do with the A2 or the rain or waterproofing, although I guess I can include waterproofing in it, but the Extreme. So I've had the Extreme, I've only taken it on a couple rides, and I've learned a few things about it. Also playing on the, that's a lot of water. I'm glad I didn't wear shoes and socks. Yeah, so I've been out for just a couple of minutes and I'm already completely soaked. Okay, but the Extreme, out of the box, the suspension, I saw like oil coming out of the shock, and I thought nothing of it. And after the first, whoa, okay, so I had my first A2 thing going on. It just did an oscillation under me. Now I'm nervous. I'm slowing down a bit. Probably in the 15-mile-an-hour range. I don't know, but let's see. Okay, so the Extreme out of the box, the shock was shot pretty much. I've already got a replacement shock. I just got myself a D&M. I actually got the coilover and the air, just to test out those two as cheap replacement options for whatever wheel you get. Don't think the coilover is going to work because it's the piggyback style, and I tried to do some BSE bolt stuff to get that cross member out of the way, but first I need to put my eyeballs on it and figure out if that cross member is actually something important. So hopefully I can make it work. And this was the area I didn't know if I'd be able to make it through because I thought these gates would be closed and locked, but I guess they opened them up this morning just the same. Okay, so suspension. The Extreme does not need nearly as much air pressure in the shock as any of the other wheels that I've used so far. I've no experience on the T4, by the way, but I do hear that the suspension geometry of the Extreme is similar to that of the T4, except for, of course, the Extreme has 130 millimeters of travel. I don't even know what the T4 has, but let's see. Let's go all the way to the clubhouse, see if we get arrested. So, but this is all out of my backyard. I got a nice little racetrack going here, but I'm not going to push it after that oscillation. I actually thought I'd be walking from here. Oh god, that's a bump. Whoop. And flip-flops, not so good in bumps. Okay, so we did the suspension and the suspension geometry and all that. It's a whole bunch of pluses. The only minus that I've got so far is my suspension system is not moving free out of the box, but I do think I just got a bad unit. and the shock itself was bad out of the box. And I think that, once again, is I just got a bad unit. So, I don't know. I'm not one of those complaining types of people that needs everything to be exactly right. So, I will fix the crap myself, find why the suspension's binding, and make everything better. Okay, I see a very clear reflection of stuff over here. So, that is standing water. I'm going off to the side as far as I can get, because that's kind of nasty looking standing water. That's some water. That's a slippery mat. No, Marty, it did not cut out. That was all me on the mat. I was trying to move over to the cement, and I think I couldn't make it up the little metal rail with wet tire on metal. So luckily I'm not wearing any pads that I could damage, so everything's okay. Let's see here. This is the clubhouse, where I most likely would not be welcome with no shirt on. Oh yeah, it goes back there pretty good ways. Lots of stuff going on. It's raining! Alright, so heading back to the other side of the golf course to complete the foray into the unknown. Red light's still on the camera. I guess I could have went further in there too, but I didn't. Okay, so this is where they do the wedding wreath stuff out here. Looks like somebody had a wonderfully timed wedding. Hopefully that wasn't today. Okay, so let's see. Power on the Extreme. When I took it out of the box, I tested it without my proper pads and all that jazz, and I thought, this feels pretty powerful. And then, oh yeah, I'm going back to the spot that that caused me to okay, I'm doing it much more carefully this time. Alright. Okay, but without the proper pads on it, it felt like it was a really powerful high torque wheel. And I did the ride with the Patton and the Mini, and by the end of it I got pretty good at I don't know, torquing like all of said wheels, and I felt kind of like the Patton was doing the best at the super low speed stuff. And I don't know, that dam climb, I wouldn't be surprised if frickin', oh, but this was before. There has been a firmware update, but that Commander Mini, I think, could be like the champ of getting to the top of that climb with the most speed. It just had like steady acceleration the whole way through. So, Marty, your wheel's still working. I don't know what that oscillation was. It could have been flip-flop related. I don't know. But yeah, I thought it was going to toss me off and then start beeping at me and then keep me warm. A nice little fire. Wait. Hang on. Oh wait, I'm still going through. I'm like, what happened? Yeah, lots of standing water. Alright, so after, like, when I got back from that ride with John and Henry, then I saw the video, I think, of Seth crashing on the Extreme, going over a bunch of jumps, which I was feeling that same thing on my Master when I was going with Matt Troop the other day. And this was after I put the new firmware on that wheel. It was on an EX30 main board. So I put this is kind of a nice little uphill river. So I put the proper firmware, the newest firmware on the Extreme. Oh wait, let's go back to the EX30 firmware. In that firmware, there's more things you could adjust. And I adjusted things, and I did end up putting the pedal angle adjustment, or the one for turning, like the turning angle compensation adjustment. Why do they have to have so many words? But anyway, I put that all the way up to 9, and I was able to jump and jump and keep jumping and have no problems, like for some reason my old master was able to do. So, but yeah, I guess not all the wheels are made equal. I never understood what Matt was talking about until I tried jumping that EX30, which is not really an EX30, but that doesn't matter. So, now the Extreme, I've not taken it to a jump park, and I've not really taken it off any jumps aside from, I don't know, getting like 10 inches of air off of a couple things at the Fuller's Loop that day. So, that's a big one. But yeah, the new firmware was coming out to fix that jumping issue. It did one more thing also, which is it added a higher phase current limit. So I'm going to guess that the original phase current limit was 250 phase amps, and the new one, they put it up to 300. So I could definitely feel the difference. So there is definitely more power coming out of that wheel now than there was before. So the thing that needs to be done is I need to jump on that wheel again and go through and maybe just compare my time on the Extreme up the dam to my time on the Extreme up the dam with my pads and the new firmware, just because this is what the people are going to be getting and what they're going to be playing with. This lake didn't used to be that big, by the way. That's a little extra lake. So these lakefront people, they just got more bang for their buck. But yeah, so the Extreme shortcomings are getting kind of taken away one at a time. So one, I doubt that they're going to be sending out defective shocks to people, so that's fine. The binding issue, I've seen other people's, they don't bind. Like my suspension just really, if you take the shock out, the whole thing just does not slide up and down. You want to fight, Goose? Okay. And the patch, that's up to everybody to do for their own stuff. But both the Commander Mini and the Patton had aftermarket pads. My wheel was the only one without aftermarket pads, pretty much just because I wanted to give the stock pads a test to see if they were, because they look kind of cool, and I don't know, they're not bad, they're just not as good as other things could be. So well, with all that being said, I think the Extreme is going to be an extremely good wheel, but it's not I don't know, it's not the bunch of fireworks that I was hoping it would be, especially when you consider that my custom modified wheel weighs like 6 pounds less than it, and it has the same, well, it has an EX30 motor in it, which is a pretty heavy motor, so, and same batteries, so, but I don't have a smart BMS. The smart BMS is cool, and it was the only one of those wheels that had that from that test the other day, so, which I did show briefly in my app video, where you can see how the Smart BMS looks. I'm sure it'll get ported over to EUC World and Darkness Bot if it hasn't been already. Okay, anyway, it's been fun. Feels good out now. Let's see what happens if I try to go through the grass. Anyway. This is going to be a very clean A2 when I give it back to Marty. Okay, this is where things usually go wrong. Standing water areas. Yeah. I don't know why. You know, when the grass is all growing one direction, it like pulls your wheel one way or the other. That's what's going on there. Also, carpet does the same thing. If all the pile is leaning the same way, then yeah, you have that kind of time. So, anyway, I will throw this onto my computer and throw it on the internet. And if you've got any questions about the A2 or the Extreme, you can put them in the comments, and I'll try to get to them as quick as I can. So, it's been fun, and Roger EUC out.